Another week, another loss. Not surprised. When the fixture list came out, I just felt like this was gonna happen because Man City, obvious. Nottingham Forest. It was the first game at their ground, even before the Lingard situation. I've said this multiple times. I had a feeling that we would lose. And Brighton, hardest game of the season for West Ham United. And boy, do we not know how to play football? We still don't know how to play football, and a lot of these players, as you can see in the title, in my opinion, have reached their expiry date. Let's start from top to bottom in terms of the formation, the players, and all that stuff. When the team came out, I knew what time it was because in goal is still Fabianski. As much as he saved us in a lot of games. Fabianski didn't make an outright error today, but my problem was a lot of people in the crowd that was there would agree with me is that you see people running when it's the last 10, 20 minutes of the game. You're 2-0 down. There's people making runs either side, and you don't throw the ball to them. You slow it down and you roll it out to the other side of the pitch like you're winning 2-0. Where there was one time where he booted the ball randomly to Antonio. He didn't see a run. He made Antonio run after he kicked the ball. He didn't see Antonio make a run and him kicking the ball towards Antonio because it went away from him. That's my problem with Fabianski, and I've never liked his distribution. Not great, but good keeper in general, but just distribution is awful. And he is prone to errors, but he didn't make one today. Oh my god. The back four. Fucking hell. Zuma started shaky. I would say last year he only had 2 bad games for us. Like outright bad games. I know he was injured a lot. But I would say overall he's been a good signing so far. He started off slow. And he was at fault for the first goal. Like, he just gave the ball away. And then we go to the other centre-back, the debutant Thilo Kehrer. Mate, this is your first start, and you've already, gave away a penalty. And the thing is, PSG fans said West Ham fans should expect Thilo Kehrer to give away penalties, which worries me a bit. He's good on the ball, very composed, very aware. He's okay in the air. But yeah, we can't be having that. I can't wait till Leguer or Bono come back. God. Yeah, so I'm with the centre backs. I'm gonna just move on. I'll allow you to Thilo Kehrer because I give signings a first season, unless they've been in the Premier League for a long time. So impress me. Go and impress me. Aaron Cresswell. Now before the goal, he wasn't bad, but the rest of it, he was just getting ripped. He doesn't go forward. He doesn't have the energy or pace or the mobility anymore to go forward. Because, for example, every time we have the ball, Zuma and Kehrer are like this. Rice drops in, just in front of them, sometimes goes on the left, and Cresswell's just right next to them. Now, the problem with this is that because defences are so compact, there's space there. Cresswell does not run to that space. He doesn't run to the space at all. He gets the ball and then waits for the winger to go out there, and then suddenly you're both in the same space, and the defence can just block your passing lanes off, and you'll lose the ball. Benrahma, he was alright. I don't think he was awful, but he did some stupid things, like giving the ball away and just doing what Benrahma does, really. We need to test the keeper more like everyone else in the squad today. We only had 3 shots on target or some shit like that. So, yeah. It was a typical Benrahma performance, put it that way. Rice didn't look bothered. He still looks a level ahead of some of these players, but he didn't look bothered to even close people down when we were losing at the end. You're not going to really achieve anything at West Ham if you're going to keep carrying on like this, in terms of the squad. And I'm sure Rice looks at the rest of the squad and feels like, what the fuck am I doing here? So, I don't know, man. You just like, you gotta be bit more bothered to close people down, is what I'll say. And he still looks level, and he's still putting in tackles that people aren't doing. He's still doing passes that people aren't doing, and he distributes the ball more quick than other players. Souček. The one time you lay it off, you're meant to shoot, you was right in the box. Still can't win an aerial duel. He thinks there's a ghost rushing him. He always tries to attack header in the ball like he's about to get rushed in the street corner. Can't pass a ball. Never could short term. With his short passing. The only thing he's good at is the diagonal passing, and he's actually alright at that, but he doesn't really do that anymore. One good header from yourself that got Sanchez a save. That's all you did. And whenever we were passing the ball about, on a few times with good passages of play, gave the ball away. Flynn Downs needs to come in and buy another midfielder, with the Czech boys especially, Cresswell, and someone who I'll get to next, Pablo Fornals. I'm tempted to say Pablo Fornals go. I really am. Because I have had it up to here with Pablo Fornals. A lot of people overrate the guy. I'll be honest, a lot of people overrate the guy. I saw a comp of his highlights against Viborg, and some of that was giving the ball away. What kind of comp is that? Like, I was at the game. I was at the Viborg game. I was at today's game. And this is what I'll say. The guy has one or two good passes where he does it first time. He did it against Man City last year, 2-2 game, and he did it once to put Bowen through. Fornals doesn't play like a number 10 enough. He doesn't create enough. He's very good at off the ball, cutting off passing lanes, pressing and closing people down, and going up and down if he's forced to play on the wing. But he's naive. He's not good enough on the ball. And when I say he's not good enough on the ball, in real life to people in conversations, people think I hate him. I don't rate him, but I don't hate him. I know people like him from outside because his kid is cute and he loves the club. But if you love the club so much, step up. Please, fucking step up. Saeed Benrahma, I've already touched on. Jared Bowen, what the fuck was that today? Again. What? By the way, Viborg, what was this celebration? So you can hear what people are saying about you. So surely you will take this on board. If you're watching this, I doubt you're watching this, but if you're watching what people are saying and you're underperforming, step up. The guy doesn't track back anymore. The guy can't take people on. He's very predictable. He's getting closed down very easily. He's getting bullied off the ball easily. What's going on? And also, what pisses me off is that when the right back has the ball, this guy always wants to go long. Send it long all the time. Come short and help your right back. Please. For God's sakes. How many times does he have to do this? I'm being serious when I say this. And people will probably think I'm harsh because of his form last season. I'm talking about now. Sometimes you gotta be a bit more direct. I'm not here for sentiment. What are you doing now? Now. Last person up front, Antonio, man. Come on. I love Antonio. Probably my favourite West Ham player. But what the fuck was that? Didn't hold up the ball. Let Lewis Dunk bully you. You didn't, I get at times he's actually putting the ball in when he's on the left because we used to do this thing where Antonio drifts out on the left, late runs in the box. We don't do that anymore. I get the frustration with that. But you're not, you never really could control the ball, but you're giving the ball away too much when you're holding up the ball. Which is why you probably should get dropped. Which is why you should probably take a step back. Maybe I should have listened to other people when I say take a step back. Lanzini, I'm going to speak a bit on Lanzini. I think Lanzini is better in position in a number 10 than anyone else we've got, but it's probably not good enough to play in the Premier League and not to start week in, week out. If you're coming up against a low block, you play Lanzini. You play Lanzini. If we was to come up against who plays a low block? I guess if Bournemouth were to carry on with their 5 at the back, you play Lanzini if we were facing Bournemouth. And even with organised defences like against Southampton, you play Lanzini. Lanzini wasn't bad today, but he's still not. It will never ever be the same Lanzini as we will ever see ever again. And contracts were going to be renewed with Lanzini, Souček and Bone after the transfer window. I'm going to say this, don't renew any of these contracts. Play for your money. If Souček wants a new contract, he could go. Lanzini and Bone, I'm going to be watching you closely for the rest of the season. But Souček can go if he wants, so can Soufal. Although he signed a contract last summer, I think it was. But I wouldn't mind them two going. Johnson, Scamacca and Cornet deserve a start. And we still need a midfielder, just a deep midfielder, an attacking midfielder, and a left back. Scamacca did a lot of work and then moaned because no one else was helping him. I get it. Cornet didn't do anything when he came on, but I would like him to start because it's a bit different to what we've got. I don't know what to think about Benrahma anymore. Maybe I would say give him his last season, I guess. But because we can't replace everyone. I'm not going to blame today on Benrahma at all. But he's too hot and cold, but I will be watching him, not blaming him for today, as I've just said. If you guys did like the video, leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. We've lost 3 games in a row. The social medias are in the description if you want to follow, and so is the email for any inquiries. And yeah, West Ham have lost 2-0 to Brighton. And here was the match reaction. Goodbye.